All right, you guys, welcome back, and thanks for tuning in to another video. So you guys, I'm going to show you guys how to patch fix once again. Some of you guys were kind of confused the first time, some of you guys weren't, but I'm going to go over it once again. I'm going to show you guys two different methods here, and I'm going to show you guys why I like to use these Garden Weasel tools. Now, these are the tools I'm talking about right here, if you guys haven't seen them on the home screen. But like I said, the pricing on these things run from about 20 to about 30 bucks, maybe 20 to 40 bucks, depending on where you go. Now, this one right here, this is the newest one. I just bought this one from Tractor Supply. It was $19.99. You guys, you got to shop around, find the deals. But any big box stores will have these products or these tools here. It's called the Garden Weasel, but the actual name is Garden Cultivator. You can use these in the soil to roll in your seeds. These are great tools to have, you guys. You don't only have to use these in your gardens. You can use them in your soil to patch fix, spot fix, anything of that nature. They have multi-use functions, you guys. So I'm just showing you guys, this is what you should have. Everyone should have one of these tools. If you like to fix, you know, you have a nice looking lawn, you might just need to cover a little area where you know, a little thin, patchy. So it's great to have these Garden Weasel tools. But some of you guys were saying, well, I don't need that Garden Weasel, I could use a rake. Now, this is the rake some of you guys are talking about using, and this is fine. But if you using, like, if you trying to fix small areas, this rake is not going to get it done. This rake is for like exposed soil, big areas, exposed soil where you could throw your seed down and just rake it in. Yeah, you could use it that way. But compared to this Garden Weasel, you guys, this has a multi-function. You can actually go ahead and take these little tines out right here. They got little screw knobs, and you could remove one or two tines and just have one. And that's why I said these things have multi-use functions. They're a lot better than these big old rakes right here. These rakes come in handy for big areas, but the Garden Weasel, the Garden Cultivator, is the tool to have. So I'm going to show you guys how the side yard is looking, what seed I'm going to be using, and I'm going to show you how to use the Garden Weasel once again. So stay tuned and let's go over that right now. All right, you guys, so let's take a walk and view the side yard here. And as you guys can see, if you guys been with me since last season, you know I did a renovation on this side. I garden tilled, broke up the soil, smoothed it over, threw some seed down, and for the most part it did take, but a lot of it didn't take and didn't come back in early spring. So when I came out in early spring, threw a little bit more seed down to patch fix and do a little repairing. And for the most part, it did take. I got some baby grass, some fine grass growing in, but it's some areas that are still kind of bald that didn't take. So I'm here to throw down some more seed. I'm going to show you guys how to use the Garden Weasel and what's the difference between using the Garden Weasel and that rake in certain situations. So like this area right here, it's still patchy, as you guys can see. So I'm going to try to correct that area. But for the most part, everything is looking good. Just needed to thicken up and get a little bit better. It's still early in May. And as you guys can see, I'm wearing my hat. Not only because I want to rep my team, but it's because it's still cold. If you guys live in the Northeast, you know what I'm talking about. It's still cold. It doesn't start warming up until maybe Memorial Day. So, but I'm going to correct some of these areas and throw down some more seed on the side here. But for the most part, everything is looking fine. But also, you guys, when you're trying to grow grass, I don't recommend walking on the little baby fine grass. Try to stay off of it. I'm just doing this now because I need to repair it. But if you don't have to walk on it, do not walk on it. And as you guys see, I have some little spots of weeds here. That is actually poena. I sprayed it with a natural base weed killer. I was trying it out. I never really used natural based weed killers, but I wanted to see how it worked. And the natural based weed killer was like a vinegar base, like salt vinegar base. And as you guys see, it's kind of stripping the color out of the poena, but it's not really dying. So if you got little weeds like this, like poena or something like that, because these are hard to find weed killers for, I would just recommend like trying to pull it out. As you guys see, it doesn't really like root down that tough. You could just pull it right out. And this is how the poena look. I would just recommend pulling it out if you can, if you got little spots like that, like areas like this. See that? Very simple. Poena. But like I said, I used a natural based weed killer, and that was probably like maybe 2-3 weeks ago. And as you guys see, all it did really was strip the color. Poena is very, very tough to kill in a cool season lawn. Now, you guys that got warm season grasses, you can definitely find Poena killers, but for cool season turf, it's kind of tough. Only thing that really keeps it away is getting down a pre-emergent. But I couldn't do a pre-emergent on this side because I was planting the seed because it didn't grow in like I like. So I don't recommend throwing a pre-emergent down when you have to go ahead and seed. So, but like I said, when you have a little bit of Poena like this, just pull it out and make sure you get the root. Now that's good. It won't come back. But let's go ahead and I'm gonna show you guys how to actually spot fix and what grass seed I'm using. So stay tuned. All right, you guys. So when it comes to an area or a space like this is why you do not want to use a rake like this. As you guys can see, this rake is not right for the situation here. This right here, if you're trying to dig up spots and plant seeds, you see how I'm dragging it? You can damage your good grass around the area. That's why you don't want to use a rake like this for this type of application. Now, I'm not saying this rake doesn't have a purpose or a place for seeding, but in this situation right here, look at this. If I was to actually go ahead and use this rake, continuously use this rake right here, I will be damaging the good grass around the area, and I don't want to do that. So this rake is not right for the situation. Now, this tool right here, the garden weasel or the garden cultivator, is perfect because all you're going to do, if I want to fix this little area right here, this is the only area I'm working in right now. I'm breaking the soil up, and then I'll be able to throw down my grass seed. Breaking the soil up, and even if you want to, like I said, you can pull the tines out and use just one tine and basically fill in that and break up that one little area right there. So like I said, the rake does have a purpose, but not in this situation. That's why you should have a garden weasel. So this is pretty much what I'm doing here. And you don't need to break it up much. All you need to break up is about 1, maybe 2 inches of the soil around it where you're trying to plant. And that's pretty much it. Now I can throw my seed down. Like I said, I am using the Greenview grass seed turf type tall fescue. This is a shady mixture because if you guys been with me for a while, you know this area does not get a lot of sun. So this shady mixture will work perfectly. So just open it up, and you guys, this is how the grass seed look. It's no coating on it, no coating on it at all. It's basic grass seed, and you just throw some down. Now today I'm not going to use peat moss in this area, but like I told you guys before, I like to use peat moss as a covering agent, and it protects it from the birds. But right now I'm not going to use the peat moss. And as you guys see, threw down some seed. You don't need too much, but just enough so you can get good germination. And now, all you have to do now is just roll it in. Now you guys, the soil is a little moist today. This will work on dry soil or moist soil, so it doesn't matter if the soil is moist or not. All you're gonna do is take it and roll it a little bit, just like that. And you're not disrupting your good grass too much because you're not digging out the roots. Now, if you was using this rake, this is what you will be doing. You'll be digging it out, and look how your grass blades or your good grass around it is being pulled. See what I'm saying? So that's not what you want. Now you can use the back side of the rake and do that also, but like I said, it's still disrupting and laying down the good grass. So that's not what you want. This is what you want right here. And you're just lightly rolling it in. Doesn't take much effort. And that's pretty much it. Now, you guys, like I always say, pat it down just so you get good seed to soil contact. Make sure the seed is inside the soil how you want it. Now, just from that demonstration, you guys, that was a demonstration. I would not do that around my good grass, but I just wanted to show you guys that this rake will damage your good grass. Hopefully I didn't damage it too much showing you the demonstration, but I had to show you guys. That's why you don't use that rake in that situation. That's why you would want to use something like this. So this area right here, all you got to do now is keep it watered, and it should take maybe 20 days, 21 days for germination. You'll probably see some germination depending on what grass seed you use. You'll probably see some germination within 7 to 10 days, and also that's with the ideal temps. Right now, like I said, it's a little cooler. It's not gonna germinate too fast because it's still cool, you guys. And that's pretty much it. So it's the waiting game now. All right, you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and now you know why you use the garden weasel compared to the rake. In certain situations, the rake is better. If you have like bare soil, big area, and you want to cover it up really quick, then yeah, you'll use the rake. But as far as the garden weasels in little small areas, patch fixing, the garden weasel is best. As you guys can see, I was using a rake, it was damaging my good grass. Now, I wouldn't normally do that, but I wanted to demonstrate and show you guys the difference and why you should use the garden weasel. So also, you guys, hit that notification bell. It'll notify you first when I drop a video, so you guys can tune in and keep up with my progress. Also, why you want to get rid of those weeds. As you guys can see, I was pulling that poena right out. You want to get rid of weeds around your good grass because those weeds steal the nutrients from the good grass. So if you guys are throwing down fertilizer and stuff like that, those weeds are going to feed on it a lot quicker, starving out your good grass. And if you notice, weeds germinate and grow a lot faster than grass. So you guys want to get rid of those weeds also. So if you want to, just pull them right out if you can, if it's not many like you saw me doing. So I hope you guys enjoy. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, stay tuned for the progress, and go Knicks.